From the Illinois Wool and Fiber Mill. Welcome to my Yarnsie sale. If you're interested in anything, you can just comment below and let me know. And then also you could message me. That would be fine. Otherwise, my email address is jane@ilwoolfibermill.com. First thing we're going to start out with is some Scottish Blackface yarn. We raise Scottish Blackface. They're a very majestic breed with white fleece and black and white legs and faces. Their wool is a little coarser, but it's very good for weaving. So we did this yarn for weaving, and we have some that are dyed in a nice red, some that's dyed in a blue, and then some that we took and applied the green and a brown together. Again, they would be good for weaving. It's 150 yards. They're $8 a skein. Then we're going to move over to some Shetland yarn. We also raise Shetlands at the Illinois Wool and Fiber Mill. And these are yarn that I dyed in indigo dye. Some of my indigo turned out a little lighter, and some of it turned out a little darker. They're 2-ply, 150 yards, and they're $10 each. So just moving around here. We also have wool inserts. So these are great in your boots or shoes. And I'll just kind of flip them over so you can see that they are just a felted insert. Handmade by a friend of mine here close. We do their roving, and then she makes this the felted bats and then cuts the insoles. They're $15 a pair. Another product that we have here at the mill that works really well is called Wool Wax, and Wool Wax cream is made from lanolin, which is the oil in the sheep's wool. 9-ounce jar here. It's $8.50, and then a 2-ounce jar, a little smaller, is $4. Really works good on your cracked fingers, your cracked feet, all winter long. We also have some sheep's milk soap made from sheep's milk. They're $8 a bar. We have some different scents in them. Maybe if I just hold them up, you can see the scent. Sandalwood, a lavender, lemongrass, okay, I'm going to kind of go back this way a little bit. Sorry if it's kind of fast. So then we also have some other yarn that is Eastern Friesian, and this yarn is a bulky weight. They are 3-ply, and they're 150 yards, and they're $25 a skein. And it's a natural dark brown color. And we have some of the Eastern Friesian. Eastern Friesian is the type of sheep that's also used to make the sheep's milk soap. They're very good for milking. This is an Eastern Friesian that was blended with some brown alpaca. So it's very soft. It's a sport weight. They're 150 yards. And they're $22 a skein. Okay, now we're going to move on to something a little bit different, and that is some roving. So at the Illinois Wool and Fiber Mill, we also raise Leicester Long wool, and we took some of the Leicester Long wool and we dyed it with this beautiful turquoise, navy, and a little bit of plum color. So this is roving from the Leicester Long wool that we have dyed. They're in 3-ounce bags, and they're $9 a bag. Maybe you can see it a little better that way. And we also have one that we did the same Leicester Long wool that we dyed in more of a rust color with some gold through it. These spin up very nicely, and they're easy to spin. And the thing, one of the things about Leicester Long wool is that they have very shiny wools, a lot of luster. And when it spins, it keeps that luster. When we shear them and you flip their fleece over, it's just really, really gorgeous on the other side. Okay. And then I have some mohair that I got from a friend that I've been blending with the Shetland, and it works really well. It's a champagne color. These are 2-ounce bags for $9. And like I said, it would blend really well with any of the other fibers that you have, or you can just use the mohair by itself. Okay, then we took some of our Shetland wool and we dyed it in these neon colors. Kind of funny. I thought something a little brighter. But they're 3 ounces, 1 ounce of each of the different colors. And those are $10 for a bag. Again, it's Shetland wool, so you could use it for either felting or for spinning. Okay, then speaking of that, I have some books that we'd like to sell. This is the Twisted Sister sock book. And if I can do this one-handed, you can see that there's a lot of different projects in here. Talks about how to dye if you want to dye your own. It talks about how to dye some of the wool. And then also about socks that you can make. The books are $15 each. That's a Twisted Sister book. I also have one called Hip to Knit. And it has a lot of projects in it that are maybe a little more contemporary. Nice scarf. Talks about blending the different colors. That's pretty nice. Again, books are $15. Here's one about needle felting with a bunch of different needle felting projects. With the needle felting, you can do 3-dimensional. You can do jewelry. You can do on a 1-dimensional, on a card, on a bag, on a vest. A lot of different things you can do with needle felting. And it's really up to your interpretation. Doesn't matter what you do, it's your interpretation. So that's the needle felting book. And then here's a book called Knitting Socks. Again, I wish I could knit some socks. Someday I'm going to learn. There's some really pretty ones in here. So books are $15, and I have one more. It's called Felt Forward. So this book has a lot of projects on both knitting and felting, and knitting and felting after you've already knit. So like the hat was knit and then felted. But it talks a lot about needle felting also. So lots of different projects in here that are fun. Okay, so books are $15. If you can just let me know the title, that would be great. All right, then I have some hand knit head warmers with a really cool sheep pattern. There's a red and white. There's a brown and yellow, and then the navy and burgundy. And the head warmers are $45 each. And then we also have hats like that in similar colors that have the sheep pattern on them. And the hats are $50. My friend makes these really cute dryer ball sheep. They're made from dryer balls, if you can see. And then she puts the crazy hair on them and the golf tees for legs and their crazy eyes. They're just really cute. They do have a hanger, so you could hang them on your tree if you wanted to, or they make really great gifts. The dryer ball sheep are $10. Okay, then I wanted to talk about, hold on just a second, if I go over here. We also make thrum mitten kits, and sorry for the, give you a headache here. The thrum mitten kits includes the yarn, the roving to make the thrum mitten kit, and then also the pattern. So you would have the pattern here too. And thrum mitten kits are $20, and I can customize them to different colors that you're interested in. If you wanted to have a coat or something that you wanted to go with, we can customize the color of the yarn and the color of the roving. Okay, so maybe if I can, again, that's a thrum mitten kit, and they're $20. I'll come back here and show you the soap again. And we also make other kits for needle felting. And this one is a beginner's felting kit, we call it. It has a number of different colors of roving. The felting needle. And we put the felting needle on some clay on the top, so it's easier to hold on to when you're doing your needle felting. And then we also put some cookie cutters that you can use as a guide, but you can use anything as a guide. And we have some instructions in there that give you kind of the basics for needle felting. It's a good beginner's kit if you know anyone who wants to kind of just try needle felting. And the needle felting kits are $20 also. Speaking of needle felting, we do a bag of fiber, and this is the bigger one is a lot of different colors that we've dyed and put together in this bag. It's a pound of fiber with a lot of different colors. Great for needle felters. They always have different colors to use. Or it's Shetland wool, so it will spin also. And then we have a smaller bag. So the larger bag is $30, and that's a pound. And then we have a smaller bag. You can see that is smaller. It's half a pound, and that's $15. Again, a number of different colors. Great for needle felters. Okay, well, I'm going to stop the video right now, and then I'm going to go over and show you some of the mill. I thought it might be interesting to just do a kind of a walkthrough of the mill so you can see how we process. These are felted bats. They're 22 inches wide by about 44 inches long. I have them in a darker brown and a lighter brown. They're about a ½ inch thick, and they're felted bats. Each one is $20. Hello, this is Jane from the Illinois Wool and Fiber Mill. I just want to welcome you to the mill, and I'm going to show you a couple of pieces of the equipment. This is our picker. So we're picking this Jacob wool here that's brown and white, and it's sending it through the picker. And if you can see inside, there are a lot of spikes, and that's going to just pull the fiber apart. So it's pulling the fiber apart, knocks out some of the vegetable matter, and then it throws it into this building here, little room behind here for us. And there it is. It's kind of dark in there, but there it is, all opened up and picked. So that's called picking. And then the next step is for carding. And this is our carder. We would put the fiber on this belt here and then send it through the carder. These rollers here in the front just bring that into the carder. And then these are the rollers that actually do the work. So these rollers came from England, and then they were assembled for us in Michigan. So you can see how that, sorry, let me just go up to the front now. I wanted to run it for you, so I gotta put that back on. Okay, so then I come up to the front, and this is where the fiber would come off, and you can see the rollers there, sorry, but it would come off here as roving. And that's our carder. And when the fiber comes off the carder, it is ready for hand spinning or felting. We can blend fibers on the carder. We can put them side by side, and then you get a stripe, or we can blend the colors and you get a little bit more distinct colors. If we blend in the picker and then card it, the colors will blend together a little bit more. And then the next step is a pin drafter, and this is the pin backside of the pin drafter. And what we're doing here is lining all the fibers up, so it has these combs that are in there, like upside down and this way, and it's just pulling the fiber through those combs. And here's some fiber that we have ready to pin draft. We've drafted it once, so you can just see that it's nice and lined up fibers. We need to draft this one more time so it'll spin nicely. And we're going to put these two barrels together, and we're going to draft that so it will come out nice and even, and then it'll spin to nice yarn. If we kind of walk around the pin drafter, and you can see how it comes out in the front. We use a little static guard. Static is the only problem that we really have in the mill. We don't have to use a lot of other oils. But it comes out here then and puts it into the barrel for us. And it counts the yardage too, which is great. Then after we've drafted it, and we've drafted it twice, then it's ready for spinning. And this is our spinning frame. I have some roving here in front of it, but this is our spinning frame. We can spin more than one at a time if all the fiber is the same. But what you're going to do is you set your draft right here. So that's where the draft is set. And this roller goes up and down, so you can adjust for that draft. And it comes down here, and it's going to spin it right onto those spindles there. And so we put the fiber onto a spindle like this. And it'll spin it right between here and the fiber and put it onto the spindle for us. And then this goes up and down. And then once we have it on the spindle, we'll change the direction of the spinning frame, and we'll put the fiber up, the spindles up here, and we'll bring it down here and twist them together. So that's how we ply. We reverse the machine to go the other way, and then we can ply them together. We can ply 2-ply, 3-ply, different colors. If we put 2 different colors up here, we can get 2 different colors as a ply. So that's just a quick tour of the mill. Then once we have it plied, then we'll take it off of the spindle on the skein winder here, and then we can set that to 150 yards, or we can set it to 200 yards, or whatever the customer would like. So that's just a quick tour of the mill. If you have any questions, you can just message us and let us know your questions. Thank you all. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Enjoy family wherever you are. And we appreciate you watching.